Yo, beautiful people, this ain't here.
This kid.
Yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 213.
Wow. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
right. Wow. What quarantine edition is this?
It's like 8 or 9,
Eight or
something
nine?
like that.
Are you
I've
losing
lost
track?
count at this point. Yeah, like listen. First of all, I don't even know if we're gonna call these quarantine editions anymore because quarantine don't seem like it's going nowhere anytime soon. Like
It's not.
the ban is lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go out a little bit now, but I don't. Most
No,
people
no,
ain't
no,
trying to
no,
go
no, no,
out.
no. Last week you were all about it. The state was
Oh,
being
no,
opened
listen.
up.
I want to go. I want to go out.
Well,
I
I
mean,
heard you.
I went out a little bit. I went
Okay.
out. I went out and you know what I'm saying, secured the bursement. You know what I mean?
Okay, we're gonna talk about
But
that.
yeah.
But yeah, it's different, bro. It's like I took the wife out. Because I was always the designated store runner, so she went to Kroger with me last week on Tuesday or
Uh,
so, and man, she was so. It was different. Like she was like, man, this is weird, because before this is her first time. It was her first time going to Kroger since everything happened. You know what I mean? So we go in there and she's connected to the hip, kind of like you said about Toy last week, where she just kind of like didn't know where to walk and if someone's coming down the aisle, like what to do, what not to do, and she kind of had those same sentiments. But when we got in the car, she was just like, yeah, that was different. I'm like, yeah, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different. So then I ended up taking the older kids out to Sam's Club with me. And I told you the beauty about Sam's Club. You buy everything on your phone and you leave. You know what I mean? Like the line was literally from the beginning of the store to the back of the store. I went in there and bought my stuff. We was in and out in like 15 minutes. They were like, man, they was like, Dad, everyone's waiting for to pay for their things. Like, yeah, I don't know why they're doing it. Nobody was maintaining social distance, but they had their masks on. But it was just different, man. So I
so
took them. This was their first time being in the car since everything happened. So we go into the store and they're like connected to the hip, like they're 5 and 4 and 3 years old. And you know what I mean? And then we go in there and it was like two guys, two African dudes. They hugged, and if they just saw, like, we had our masks on, but if you could have saw our face, we was looking like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, you just could, like, you just." In our minds, they got the Rona right there, you know. So, you know what I mean. So it was different, but they were like, we all got in the car when even they said it too. It was like, "Yeah, man, this is weird." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the new normal, man. This is
listen,
what it
go
is for now."
outside, man.
No, we go
Hey,
outside. We do. We just don't interact with other people. Like we go on bike rides. We walk. We you know what I'm saying. We do a lot of stuff. We play kickball. We do a lot of stuff outside. We just don't be out there fraternizing with other people. You know. Unfortunately,
Listen,
we
man,
just
get
can't
out
do
there
it.
and fraternize, man.
Nah.
Quit,
Why
quit
don't you
being
get out there and
scared.
fraternize? You ain't
I
fraternizing.
have been.
Who?
I have been.
When?
I mean, just, you know what I'm saying, get out there and you know what I'm saying, moving around. You
We
can't really
did.
go nowhere but the store.
Yeah,
But like,
that's
man,
it.
I talk to the people in the store. It's nothing.
Oh no,
You know
no,
what
no,
I
I do
mean?
that. I mean, I say like we
Man,
maintain the 6
nothing.
feet. We say what's up. I say how you
Hey,
doing.
you know what I'm
Head nod.
saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
but
like,
no.
man,
See, I already know. No, hold on. I know what
ain't
you.
no skate business out here.
Nah, yeah, it is. Because I'm gonna call you on this because like you want to go see the homies and you haven't saw the
Yeah.
homies yet.
I almost pulled up on the homies last night.
Almost
It
don't
just
count.
got too late.
It ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen. It ain't gonna happen, Kev.
It's gonna happen.
No,
It's
it's
gonna
not.
happen, bro.
No,
Like,
it's
listen,
not.
I would have went to the barbecue last week, but
You
you know what
weren't
I'm
going to
saying.
that barbecue.
Nah, listen, if the invite didn't come off kind of funny, I would have been there.
But
I'd
that's the
been in
reason why you didn't go because the invite did come off kind of funny. You were gonna walk in there. and it was
Yeah, I
gonna
didn't know
be-
who's in there, man. Like it was
Exactly.
like I don't know about all them like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might get out of control. You know what I
That's
mean?
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If it's something intimate where it's just somebody they've been maintaining and just been chilling around themselves, then yeah, you'll pull up. And I'm not even gonna say I'm against that. But I'm not gonna be just like like going to a party or going to anything like that. That's never gonna happen.
Man,
You
the
know what I'm
way you
saying?
just like listen, I'd have probably been about 8 stores, man. Like
Me
the
too.
way you just described. I'm saying the way you just described going to. No, I'm talking about since yesterday. Like it is what it is.
Well,
But
going in and out the store is not a big deal, I don't think. As long as because I'm sure when you're in there, you're maintaining caution. You're not out there just dapping people up or none of that stuff. But no, you're
I mean,
just moving around.
I would dap people up before it all happened. Like I don't know
That's what I'm
you. Get out
saying.
of my way.
And that's my point when I say with you. You've been social distancing for a long time. You just don't understand that you have been doing it. You have been. Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly. You have. You have.
Listen, ain't much change, but the year it is for me. Like whatever, bro. I'm out here. We
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah. What else been going on? Man?
Yeah. Man, that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, I finally got a little bit of downtime. It's lovely, no school right now. So, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
Working
about
on some
that.
projects.
Yeah, I'm definitely need to work on some too. I got a good organization too that I was gonna hit you with. You might want to be a part of it. I don't know. I'll tell you about it off pod.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think what else been going on, man. Been just getting up, moving around. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping the blood going, taking the kids on bike rides. Understood Khalees needs a bigger bike. My baby's legs is long, so I gotta get her.
You can't just raise the seat.
Yeah, we did. Nah, you know, Khalees is tall, man. Like but then again, you haven't seen her in so long, bro. She's taller. Like she's gotten tall.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, I mean, like you raise the seat, raise the bars, and it should be cool.
Nah, it's a small bike. She needs a bigger bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
she's a bigger bike. So that bike's gonna be given to Dan, and we'll just keep it rocking. Now Dante's on this thing where he's jumping on everybody's bicycles, and like he jumped on Nadir's bike the other day and dropped it on Sharita's car, and he got a good little scratch on there, and it's like it was all bad, man. But then of course it was our fault because we didn't stop him, but we didn't know. It's the Dante, man. That dude is he's got a mind of his. I'm gonna see this video of him too. He's at this thing where he's pilfering stuff and hiding behind the couch and eating it. Like he goes into the cabinet. I called him the other day. He went and got some of the kids' scissors and opened up some muffins and was just going to work. On his muffins, man. Like, yeah, man. Just that's one thing I would say with the quarantine.
Now you know you gotta flip it on him because it's like, listen, he go to sleep at some point. You know what I mean? I just, you know what I'm saying? I play cool for the rest of the day. And then, like, he'd be like, all right, lay down, time to go to bed, man. He be in bed, snatch him right up by his little collar. Be like, hey, listen, I told you, bro. I told you about the muffins, man. Now, listen, don't let it happen again. And I'm saying pitch black dark. People like, listen, he won't know what hit him.
No, he
be
won't
like,
remember.
man, no, he'll remember. Oh, listen. Some ground by his collar, if he don't know what it is, he's gonna remember. He's gonna remember that. He be like, now he might be scared of ghosts for a while, but you know, hey, prices you pay.
That's price you pay.
Like, this is what our parents did to us, man. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that it was right, but it was effective.
Okay. Was
it effective? Was it effective? I'm not scarred. Listen, I've never been scared of the dark. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, it was fine. But, like, you think about that, like, maybe those muffins. Maybe those muffins ain't worth it.
Those muffins did it. And we getting a big box, too. He going to work. But,
I'm more concerned about where to get the scissors.
Bro.
Were they, like, kid scissors?
Yeah, they're kid scissors. They have a cabinet with just their stuff in it. So, he knew. I was more amazed by the fact that he went and knew to get the scissors to open them up. Like, I'm looking at problem solving. That's one thing with my kids. Like I tell them all the time, a lot of things in life is really just problem solving. If you can solve problems, you'll get very far in life. If you're one of those people that just throw your hands in the air because you can't figure something out, you're not gonna make it in life. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. A lot of life is problem solving. So the fact that they can solve things, they'll never get a bad reaction out of me for that. Now, if you're just acting bad, then that's totally different. But if you're just trying to figure something out, that my man wanted some muffins. I didn't care. I did relate to him that. He doesn't need to get the scissors on his own. That's dad and mom will get those for you. And you can, we'll get you muffins. But that turned into him asking for muffins like on the hour. Yeah. So, we can't have that. But,
man, see, these kids, man, they got it so good, man. Like, see, back in my day, bro, like, listen, if I tried something like that, like, listen, muffins would just be canceled. I remember one time, no, like this dead serious. I remember one time, I was a little bit older than what he is now, but I remember one time, like, my mom said something to me about like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't drink so much tea or whatever. And I think my response was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Something like that. Like I played it very nonchalant. And she was like, oh, that's how you feel? Okay, like listen, you can't have it for another year. And listen, she stood to that. Like it was a full year. It was a full year before it happened again. Just for kind of like acting like whatever she had to say was like, you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. She was like, yeah. Word. She's like, facts. I got you. Yeah, all right, I got you.
You got to think about that too, though. Like, our parents was more so just doing things because, you remember the old attitude, because I said so. It wasn't really a good answer.
Absolutely.
It's just because I said so.
No, it made sense. Like, it was a respect thing. It was a respect thing. And you know what I'm saying? You had to learn to respect something.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I as an adult, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as an adult, you get it. But that's the thing I believe with parents who do that. It shows your kids to respect you, because when they get older and they don't respect anything, that's the kids that be out here just going crazy, end up in jail and stuff. So they gotta respect something.
And at the end of the day, it's like, yo, listen, not having sweet tea was not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the worst punishment, but it was the point. She was making a point, but it was like, yo, listen, it make like, you know what I mean? But like I said, like if that was like back then, oh yeah, it's like, oh listen, all right, you can't handle it. That was always my mom's answer to everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I try to step a bound, she's like, well, that tells me you can't handle it. So yeah, no, it's gonna be all or nothing around here. Like either you're gonna do what I say, or it's nothing.
I do that too. I do that as well. But
man,
No, I've gotten softer with the younger kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will say like Lil Nadir didn't get away with jack when he was little. I'd be like, and sometimes man, I'd be like, man, dang, I was like, dang man, poor guy, poor fella. He didn't even get away with jack.
Nah, man, he still don't, but he appreciates it. You know, he appreciates it. He talks about that now, like, you know, Dad. I don't know. I never was really that hard on him or anything like that to where he.
No, you weren't hard on him, but you didn't let nothing slide. Like there was no sliding, bro.
I don't let a lot of stuff slide now, except for with the little ones, man. They just beat the body up, bro. And it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Understand. Like I remember when we all left the house, and my baby sister was at the house, and I used to get on my mom and dad, like y'all totally different than when I was younger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I see it now. Like I see why they were the way they were. Like
the baby get away with everything. Like you exhausted all your energy with the older ones. The first crew, they exhausted all the energy.
Yeah, and then you start realizing like, do I really have the mental capacity to cerebrally go through this with another group? Like, nah, you know what? Y'all win. You know what I mean? Like, I just gotta keep you fed and keep you clean, keep you safe. After that,
I can't sit here and listen to this defeat. man, it's just out here just completely copping to the defeat,
bro. I'm like, telling you,
now you know you win.
Yeah, like I'm at the point where it's like, man, they taking over so much that I'm just, you know, I just take my losses, man. Like I go to
now. You know what it is now? Now you're just looking at your old work. Like, you know what though? I came through with that one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I did that. I did that back in my day. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, look at my work. Look at my work. Younger ones, you be like, I'm just trying to make it through now.
It's a different time, you know.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to make it, man. I'm just trying to make it.
You'll see, man. You will see. They beat the body up, man. But it's a fun ride. I will say that.
Yeah,
it's a fun ride. But just watching the little ones play video games and stuff, man, is hilarious to me. But and we'll get into that. But yo, let's start like we always do. What have you been playing? What have you been playing, bro?
Oh man, that 2K, man, still getting my hustle on. We played. I don't know if you recorded any of it.
No, I did not record it. No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You came and seen Killer. What's up, man? It was a good little game.
It was not a good game, Kev. It got physical very, very, very late in the game.
You said you were coming for the get back, and then I ain't hear nothing. So I was like, all right.
I am, because here's the thing with playing you though, is like I've waited a little bit to play, and I know your team has probably gotten better. So that's what really frustrates me. So then I think about toying with the idea, like, do I want to go buy some coin? But I'm not going to buy coin because you never get anything from the packs. So,
the packs this week are guaranteed. I will say that.
They're guaranteed?
They're guaranteed.
But are they selling?
Now I'm saying now, what you guaranteed to get now? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I told you, I busted them packs. I got all of like the lower tier cards, and the best card I got was a Pink Diamond Karl Malone. I'm like,
oh, you got to sell that. That's
whatever.
Yeah, you got to sell Karl Malone.
There's an Opal chasing kid that's like $50K right now.
Really?
Yeah, like the Opal market has completely crashed.
We're at the end game, bro. We're at the end game.
Yeah. You know, Opal Giannis is out.
Well, and that's the thing. I think they slided Giannis with that. To be honest with you, like he deserved to have his own signature card because they threw him in there with. They didn't even promote him really. Like even on the thing, it was like, you know, they showed everybody, and they showed, of course, the GOAT Jordan, and I'm like, I want that one. I want that card.
Listen, I think most people have already kind of recognized, like, that ain't gonna happen. But you know what I'm saying? That Opal Giannis is very good. So like that's a good, and that Opal Pippen is pretty good too.
I believe it.
So it's like, you know, if I complete the collection, you know what I'm saying, maybe it'd be worth it. I've been thinking about completing it. I have to kind of run my bread back up. No, you don't need Jordan to complete it.
Oh, you don't?
Nah. He's not a part of the set.
Okay.
But I've been thinking, like, I mean, Giannis is like 1.5, so it's like, that's the only really expensive one. Chris Bosh is like 200 flat. Jason Kidd is 50, and then the rest are just pink diamonds, so they won't be more than like 30. So yeah, it's not too bad. And like I said, I already got the lower tier cards in that set, so it's not too bad. But I don't know, like I don't know, man. I haven't upgraded my team. I'll tell you that right now. I'm retooling and stacking back up. So I spent MT or whatever getting my team to where it is now, and then now I'm just retooling. I was back up at $1 million. Now I'm at like 800K. So I'm just trying to get back above that $1 million. I'm trying to stack up and get Giannis. And I was gonna tell you, like, the reason why Giannis didn't get promoted heavy in this box is because Opal point guard Giannis is gonna come at some point.
Yeah.
I was like, there was no point in going big.
Yeah, that's what I kind of been waiting on for that to come. And I think they're gonna probably do another out of position packs again. I think they're gonna do that again. And
that's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the last dance packs. Everybody know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that Jordan card is ridiculous. I saw a video on it. It's 99 all everything.
Everything.
That's a cheat
code. Everything.
That's literally a cheat code. That's
65 hoops.
Yeah, six. I mean, to the point where he got 7 golds. You don't even you don't even talk about him. You know.
Right.
Um, but whatever. I don't know about that. I've been playing 2K. 2K's kind of been at the end game for me. I do. Only reason why I want to pick it up and play it again is to be able to play you. And it's really just for you to get your. I mean, that's me being big bro, just letting you get your beatings off. Because like it ain't no point in even playing you.
Pause, man. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, wow. Pause. I'm talking about like you beating me in the
I
game.
Get it. I get
it. You're right. Because if we don't pause it, them pause please will be in the comments for real.
Yes.
It's early in the pod too. They gonna check that out. So no, I haven't checked it out. But besides 2K, what else you been playing?
Oh man, Animal Crossing.
Yes, tell me this story.
I've been playing Animal Crossing.
Tell
me
this story.
We've been talking about this for a couple of months, and I had never really been big on it. I didn't know much about Animal Crossing or what it was. Every time I see it, I'm like, man, is this like Farm Simulator? Like, what is it? Like, what is this game? And then I remember Shake and Bake had his little series about it, and I watched a couple episodes about it. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's not bad. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then for whatever reason, man, it just kind of piqued my curiosity. I'm like, you know what? Let me just look a little bit further into it. And the more I started to kind of learn about the game, I'm like, you know what? This actually seems like a game I might enjoy. And it seems like a good game that, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife might play.
Okay.
So I'm like, listen, the way I kind of sold it to her, which I think she's still a little on the fence about it. She's been enjoying watching me play, and I actually got her to play, man. Like, she wouldn't pass me the sticks back for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were playing yesterday. She wouldn't pass me back the sticks. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, you enjoying this. I mean, she ran for probably about an hour and a half, just her playing the game.
No, was she playing the handheld?
No, we had it up on the TV. So we were sitting in the living room, you know what I'm saying, having a good time, you know what I'm saying, just kind of pointing through, talking about it and what we were trying to do. And, okay, that was my thinking. I'm like, okay, you know what, man, this seemed like a game for me. There's no real like objective. There's nothing that you have to do in the game. You know, there's no like, I don't have to keep this guy alive. I don't have to, beat a boss or nothing like that. There's no storyline. It's just, hey, you grab the game and play. It's supposed to be like real soothing, real calming. You're just collecting stuff and building up a community. That's my kind of game. I love those kind of games.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cop it. Now this started on Thursday. Okay. So Thursday, I'm looking for a copy or whatever. And this is when the pandemic finally actually started to affect me, because I'm like, I'm looking for a copy. Boom, Target is sold out. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? I'm going Amazon. I'm like, Amazon don't even have physical copies. Like, how is this possible that y'all don't have physical copies at Amazon? Like, the game been out 2 months. Like, y'all ain't got a re-up yet? Like, what's going on here? All right, but you know what I'm saying? Well, whatever, cool. I check Amazon Prime Now delivery. Nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. Walmart, all third-party distributors. I'm like, word, okay. It's going down a little bit. So GameStop, first of all, GameStop is complete garbage. I don't know what they got going on anymore. Like, I went on their website or whatever, and it's like yeah, I'm not doing that. So Thursday, I ended up kind of doing my dark web seeking, and I saw the inventory for Walmarts around me, and it said that a couple around me had limited stock. Others were completely out of stock. So I'm like, okay. Friday morning, I'll, before I got to go to work, I'll pop out real quick, man, see if maybe I can just grab a copy. Because, I don't like buying my games digital. I like I like having a physical copy, because if ever I want to pass it, like, you know what I'm saying, let you play it, or if ever I want to sell it, something like that, I can do that. A digital copy, I'm like, I just paid $60 and I'm stuck. If they gave me a discount on this digital, maybe I'd be a little bit more inclined. But otherwise, it's like, it's a ripoff to buy digital, because I can't do anything with a digital code after I redeem it.
Absolutely.
So I'm determined to get a physical copy. So Friday morning rolls around or whatever, man. I hit the city, man. I hit about 3 Walmarts, nothing. Everywhere I go, man, you just see the little sticker. I'm like, dang, man. I have to start thinking out the box. I'm like, okay, where's somewhere that sells video games but people won't think to look? So I head over to Meijer. Pop into Meijer real quick, man. I go back there. It looked like they never even got it. They never even got it, sir. So I'm like, all right, man, I admit my defeat, man. I just head home, man, hop back on the computer. So now Thursday, me being a hardhead and wanting what I want right now, because this is America, on Thursday, Best Buy was like, listen, you can order it, and it'll get to you by Saturday. I'm like, that's not too bad, but I don't really want to wait. I want it right now. I don't feel like waiting. I want to play. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So then I come back home on Friday after, hitting the streets and being dealt defeat. And I checked Best Buy again, and it's like, yo, listen, order it now. You'll get it by next Thursday. I'm like, yo, how did it just go from 2-day shipping to a whole week? Like, what just happened? Yeah. Like, what happened here? And they're like, if you pick it up in the store, man, it'll be ready by the 25th. I'm like, how would I get it quicker delivered to my house than it'd be at the store? Like, what's wrong with you people?
That makes no sense. I don't know how that is with them though.
I don't know how that works, man. And then I start checking everywhere else, and everywhere else, like Target, they're like, yo, if you want a physical copy, you can have it by Thursday next week. I'm like, yo, everybody's pushed back to Thursday. Like, what's going on here? So at this point, man, like I'm about ready to give up. I'm like, dang, man, it's just not gonna happen. I'm about to buy digital. I'm like, man, I really want to play this game, and I'm like, man, no, I'm not taking that L, man. I'm not buying digital. You're not gonna get me. I'm
not gonna go, bro. You.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not gonna happen, bro. Where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying? I've never had to crumble that kind of way. So I'm like, okay, man, maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I will wait and just order it and get it next week, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm not buying it digital. I don't want to wait, but maybe that's what I have to do to prove my point. Damn it. But so then I'm sitting there, man. You know what I'm saying? I get into work, man. I got a little bit of downtime at work. I'm like, man, it's still on my mind. And so I hit the interwebs, and again, just trying to be creative. Like, man, how can I get this game and get it sooner? So I do a Google search for video game stores near me. First of all, I didn't know this, but most like independent game stops or game shops now, not GameStop, they're just like Magic the Gathering card sellers. Like, they don't actually sell video games anymore, bro. Like, really? I don't know. Yeah, like most of them, like they much like you know what I'm saying. Shout out to VGX. I believe that was like they just host Magic the Gathering tournaments, and they might have like a couple little knickknacks, but they don't really deal in games too much anymore. You know, they mainly focus on selling those cards or whatever, Pokemon and all those collectible cards, and hosting tournaments and that sort of thing. So I'm scrolling through, man. Most of them are just buns, but I find one store. And this is another thing. Most independent shops like, yo, listen, holler at us, man. We can get y'all together, man. We can build your website. We'll give you a great price. Because
for sure.
Most of them just operate through a Facebook page. And I'm like, yo, listen. Oh, yeah. Most of them operate through a Facebook page. They do not have web pages.
Definitely get that cracking.
Yeah, we'll reach out. But I'm like, yo, listen, I can't trust a business that operates on a Facebook page. Like, I'm sorry. I don't do that. So I found a place that was near me, just down the street. And you know what I'm saying? They had a website. I'm like, okay, cool. I checked their website. It's like, man, fan favorites or whatever. And they don't list up Animal Crossing. I'm like, damn, they probably don't have it either. So I'm like, man, let me just search real quick on this website, man. I do a search. And it says, man, they have one in inventory. They have one copy in inventory.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay, dang. Like, well, let me just call before I place this order, man. Just see what's cracking. Yeah, I call. It's like, yo, listen, the call can't be placed. I'm like,
I tried it too, because I was going to try to pick one up. The phone didn't.
The phone don't work. Phone is out of service, out of commission, sir. So I'm like, dang, okay. So they have a link to their Facebook on their page. I'm like, man, well, they got a website. I'll at least hit up their Facebook, see if they hit me back. So I get on Facebook, man. I message the store. Like, hey, listen, I see online that it says that you guys have a copy, but, you know, I just wanted to double check before I ordered it. You know what I mean? Because I'm expecting disappointment. Immediately, a minute later, dude's like, we got it. I'm like, really? Okay. So I hit him immediately. I hit him right back. Like, okay, well, do I need to just complete this order online, or can I just come to the store and buy it? 10 minutes passes. He doesn't say anything. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a PayPal leap of faith and order it online. He told me that they got it. Like, I can't wait on this guy. Somebody else come in and swoop my purchase. He ain't going to wait on me.
Right.
So I go ahead and put my order in online or whatever. And so I double text. I'm like, hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I went ahead and placed my order online, man. I got the email confirmation. Well, I get another email when it's ready to pick up. Dude hits me back like, oh yeah, man, my bad. Store got a little bit busy, man. I got your order set to the side. You're all good. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Well, look at the hoops you had to jump through to get the.
Look at the hoops I had to jump through. Right. Yeah. Right. Look at the hoops I had to jump through. So, man, I got up to my lunch break or whatever. I shot on over there. I picked it up, man. All went smooth. It's actually a very nice game store. UGA Games. If you're in Columbus, Ohio, man, check them out, man. It's a very nice game store. Yeah. Okay. I was like, man, I'll definitely shop here again because they looked out. Matter of fact, edit that out because just in case I ever run into another situation like this again, I don't need the block to be hot. I don't just put a bleep over their name because I don't need the block to be hot out here. You know what I'm saying? If you want my source, man, holler at me, man, for a fee. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to get to connect. But
we'll blow it out. We gotta secure our bag first. You know, we gotta secure our game.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for the Connect, man.
I told you, man, when I went and got
street
Final
rules apply.
Fantasy that day, man, it's different. Trying to secure a physical copy or something, because when you can't order it, man, it's rough, man. And especially the shipping on some of these places be just like a week or 2 weeks behind. You're like, man, what is going on? This is America. I want it now. Okay, exactly. I want to buy something. I want it right now. But
big facts.
But the game is hot though. You like it, huh?
Yeah, man. Got home, man. I actually had to go back to work for a bit. You know what I mean? But after that, man, got off and I started running it. So came upstairs, man. Me and the wife was playing a little bit because I was telling her about it. Well, I think it's something that you'll enjoy. The verdict is still out on if she actually likes it or not, but it was something that we could do together. You know what I'm saying? We can quarantine at home together. But it's a fun game. It's addictive.
Is it?
It's addictive, especially where the time cycle works with real time. So it's like after a little while, there's some stuff like you do it and you got to wait until tomorrow before you can continue. Like
really?
That's kind of the carrot on the stick of the game is it's like you can keep exploring and, you know what I'm saying, building up your inventory, buying and selling and that sort of thing. But it's like, yo, for specific, like I built my house on the game or whatever. After I purchased my house, I had to wait until today until it would be ready. Like you just had to wait the day. You had to wait a full day. Yeah.
Have you started hustling turnips yet?
I've not come across turnips. I just opened up travel so I can start going to other islands and stuff. And so I haven't hustled the turnips yet. First day is a little bit slow. Yeah, like that's the whole point of the game is because, you know, you have your island or whatever and you build up your resources. But the point is to go to other people's islands, trade with them and find new items that aren't on your island and trade with them. The stuff that you have, they might not have, that whole thing.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's fire. There's limited time items, that whole thing. It's dope. It's dope.
So even though you and Tori are playing on the same Switch, do you guys have different accounts?
Not right now. We're just kind of learning the game right now, but I'm hoping that afterwards she'll build her profile out because we have to still share the same island, but then she can, you know what I'm saying, kind of build her character out and, you know, and play her.
So
game
you're on the path of getting another Switch, a Switch Lite.
If she wants it, man, I'll be down. I'll be down.
But I don't think
dope. Like, I don't know if she's gonna stay with me. And like, bro, I think so too. I would love that, but
I would love it too.
I can't force it on her.
That brings a bigger issue. Like, why don't the wives do what we like? Like we're always subjected to do what they like. I'm not saying we're always subjected to do everything they like to do, but like if something like video games, you would think that they would just pick up the controller and be like, you know what, I'm gonna game with him because he's so enjoying it.
Something he's into.
My wife and me watching some show the other day, and I'm just like, I acted like okay, it was cool. I'm gonna say for editing purposes, it was a good show, but I didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you gotta make those sacrifices.
No, you're right. You would think that, but I'm thinking that would be so dope if y'all both were playing one game together. That'd be sweet. You know?
I think so too, man. I think so too, but I don't know. I'm trying to sell her on it, but I don't think she's gonna be sold. And I mean, it's cool. Like, you know what I mean, okay. I mean, my hobby's my hobbies, but that would be dope. I do agree.
That would be dope. Anything else you playing besides that?
No, that's it. I'm trying to think. Because my Game Pass lapsed, and I don't think I can play Streets of Rage anymore. So, listen, 2K and Animal Crossing, they're going to take up the rest of my time. I've almost got Gilbert Arenas, so I'm almost halfway to Kobe.
Yikes.
As far as, the historic ones. So, man, you finish up a challenge a day, man. It's not too grueling or whatever.
What else we got to do? You know?
Exactly. That's the whole thing.
You know, basketball is not coming back anytime soon. Although I don't know. They're talking about we'll talk about that later on the we got in our notes where we talk about the basketball. I think they're trying to come back.
That's what am I playing, man? What have you been playing? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna run down my list because I want to go down this list because I want your theory about me that you keep talking, you keep teasing. I want to get into.
I got smoke for you.
Okay, so Madden 20, been playing that. Okay. Been doing the My Team in that. Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, playing that with Khalees. Paper Mario on the Wii U. Okay, we'll get into a Paper Mario release later too that they announced. Destiny 2 got a community event. You might as well put the clown emoji over my head right now because I started playing it. I only played for like an hour. So they got a community event going on right now, but I started thinking like, I ain't got to be a part of this. I'll let everybody else finish it in the community and I'll come back and reap the rewards later on. So I got rid of that. But the game I've been playing a lot of has been an Assassin's Creed Origins. Like that game
it's a great game, ain't it?
Oh man, that game is super fun. Although I need you to school me a little bit because I don't understand how. Okay, because I thought Assassin's Creed was like somebody jumping on a machine and they were kind of going back in time in this machine to alter history or something like that. I don't see that so far. I'm only about 3 hours in, so I haven't seen that part.
That was through the numbered series, if I remember correctly. But that story actually ended.
Oh, so this is actually just playing the time. I'm actually in that time.
Yeah, now you're just playing the timeline. You're not going back in time anymore.
What was it called? The Amethyst, or what was that called? The machine.
I know what you're talking about, but I forget the name of it.
All right,
man.
so that is okay. So that was confusing to me. But if it's not in the game, I won't hold no thing on it. But yo, it's a visually beautiful game, and you started getting into this conversation about consoles versus PCs, and it was a great conversation. But I do once this. Where we can actually come around each other again. I'm not saying the pandemic is over because I do think that we're going to be around each other before the pandemic is over. Don't get me wrong; these Zoom minis is cool, and I don't want we get the content out here, but like.
It's not the same, man. That's why we ain't been doing album reviews, man. It's like it's just not the same.
I'm glad you brought. I meant to talk to you about that. That's exactly what it's been. It's like a lot of it just being us being in the same room, feeding off that energy and talking and debating and going. And it's like we ain't gonna get it going. Going over the internet.
It just don't hit the right. We'll get some because I want to talk about that future. We're gonna do the future. We still gonna do Drake. Okay. We can do them all. We'll do them all.
I want to do them all. I still got all the notes written,
but it's just still nasty. It's still nasty.
It's a very nasty time. Right. And if anything, that's what the pandemic's stepped on was just the human interaction, and I think it's very much needed. But so those are games I've been playing. Tell me your theory. I want to hear this.
Listen, you know what, man? Nostalgia has you blocked, bro. I finally realized this. Gaming nostalgia has you blocked. Okay. Like if you actually finish Assassin's Creed Origin, man, I'm gonna be so surprised.
Really?
Because bruh, what recent? Well, first of all, it's not even a recent game. I mean, but I won't fault you for just coming in a few years later. There's nothing wrong with that. It's at least current to this generation of consoles. But yo, bruh, all the games that you actually played through to the end are old games or remakes. Like you don't play any of the new titles at all, man. Like you missed out on so many classics, but you've replayed Wind Waker probably about 3 times.
I know.
Like, bruh. What is it? What is going on?
It's not that nostalgia has me blocked. It's not that. What it is I feel like I'm a platform player. Like because I haven't played any of the Kirby is kind of old school. Like I played that with Khalees. Even the Luigi's Mansion game on the GameCube was a fun game, and I'm not done with it. But me and her are going through it now. It's puzzle solving. So some of the stuff I'm playing with her, and it's like I'd rather start her off on some of the stuff that like the Marios and some of the thinking games. I can't play Assassin's Creed with her. Like I downloaded the free game. I
don't know that little kids have I don't know if they have the dexterity to like really make that sort of thing happen. Plus, it's like it's so adult themed that it's like how could you enjoy it?
Exactly, that too, and also like with kids, I think that if you give them choice, they'll just do other things. They won't do the story. They'll just keep going and they'll never get to the end. Like when we played games younger, it was like you had an objective. You went from point A to point B and that was it. Once it started going into sandboxy type games, that's when as gamers we evolved. But like giving that to a kid, I'll never finish. Have you ever seen a kid finish Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto period? No, they're never going to finish it. So I downloaded that. That game looks amazing as well. So I'm going to try to get into that. But hold on. So let me get back to your point here. As far as nostalgia might have me blocked. All right. Nostalgia
absolutely has you blocked.
It's Nintendo, man. It's not nostalgia. It's Nintendo. Nintendo has me in a vice, man. And like they've been selling us the same game for literally 20, 30 years, bro. And it pulls it. I pulled up. So anyways, I want to play Animal Crossing 2. I'm like, I'm gonna see what type of game it is. I don't know if it's for me. So like I'm gonna download or use my original backup of Animal Crossing for the GameCube. So I started playing it. I'll be damned if it's the same game. It is literally it's not. I'm saying the same premise. Okay? It's the same
sort of, yes.
Same type of
it's changed, but yeah,
it's changed, but I started getting into it. I'm like, you know what, they've been selling us this same game. And with the Marios, with Paper Mario, for instance, right? So Paper Mario got announced. I was geeked about it. I don't like the fact that you didn't even give it a time of day, Kev. Okay, because I
watched it.
You watched it, but you dismissed it immediately. You didn't even give it anything. You're like, matter of fact, if I'm not correct, you sent me the Frank Lucas meme, him slapping the cup off the table. Like, get this mess out of here.
Yeah, exactly it.
And like, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. But those type of games is like, they're visually pretty to me. And that's why I kind of go back to where I say you don't like sci-fi. You like the real type games.
No,
like the games real.
That's where, because I mean I'm playing Animal Crossing, like, and I mean it's all good.
That is true. But that throws me a curveball. That really throws me that this is the type of game that you like. That because when you said it, I'm like, you like The Sims, so I didn't take much away from that. I knew that it would be The Sims be something. But when you say like, oh, this is my type of game, I'm like, really? Like, I didn't think you would like this.
Yeah, I love world building in my games, but beyond that though, but what I look for in games is a new experience, like, and that's what brings me joy in a game. Like, whenever I find something that's like new and fresh and intriguing, bro, like that's what's interesting. Like I can replay games that only that I really, really enjoyed. Like I couldn't even replay Red Dead yet. And it was because it's like, yo, it's maybe just a little bit too early for me to get that enjoyment again. Like I played Red Dead 1 twice. I played Metal Gear Solid 2 twice. I played Metal Gear Solid 1 twice, but it's not something I can go back to frequently. It's like and these are like my GOAT games that I can go back to. I don't know I could play Grand Theft Auto 3 anymore. It was a moment in time. It was good, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is so similar that it's like I have no use for it anymore.
Yeah,
so I can't go back and play those. Like for me, bro, like playing Sonic is not fun anymore. Like because I played it so much as a kid that it's like I don't really care. Like I've gotten this over and over.
Sonic is
so
one of
it's
those
always
games
a new experience.
Yeah, Sonic is one of those games that it's kind of like a drug where you do it that one time and you'll never be able to get that high back again. Yeah, and it's like when you that feeling you had when you first saw Sonic run across the screen and that fast movement. You're like, man, this is amazing, but you'll never be able to recap that again. But I guess I kind of can understand what you're saying as far as nostalgia has blocked me. And I think I'm on a mission to dispel that because I do understand. I knew that you were going to say something like that. And like the Origins was a game that I always thought about playing, but something else would always came out, and it's like it kind of got put on the back burner. And then when I saw it on sale, it was like $17 for the $99 version with all the DLC and everything. I'm like, oh, it's no brainer. I'm going to buy it. Which is another reason. Go ahead.
For me, it's the fact that you finish all those old games a second time, but then like you have new heat, and you'll play it for like a day, and then you won't come back to it. Like Spider-Man. Completely just dismissed that game, man. Red Dead, completely just threw it to the side, man. You got Death Stranding, you haven't even started.
No.
But it's like, yo, but you just finished Wind Waker.
I know.
Like what is going, like that's what I'm saying, nostalgia has you blocked.
It
like
does.
Why are you playing them old games, man?
It might have me a little bit blocked. It also that's nostalgia. Yeah, I mean literally the same thing.
Because I'm saying like you have the new games, you just don't play them, and you've missed out on so many classics. There've been so many classics that have dropped that like you'll buy them and you'll play them for a little bit, but you'll never finish them. But you'll go back and finish these old games. Like, and I mean, and like, bro, you be die hard to finish these old games. You be like, man, it's so much fun. I'm about to finish it, knock it out, man. I'm like, bro, you haven't finished Spider-Man. It's a new story. It's completely new. You be like, I mean.
What do you want from me, Kev? Yeah, no, I feel you. No, I feel you. I'm gonna finish Origins. It's a history lesson too, which I like about that.
It is. Yeah, that's what I've always enjoyed about Assassin's Creed.
I think also too, man. It's like it's so much out right now that I need to play or want to play that I'll put an hour in here, hour in there, and then it'd be like I'm never gonna finish it. It's like kind of like we were saying about you starting all these projects.
Just finish the old games, man.
I know. I'm back.
That you already beat. That you know what's gonna happen.
I know.
Man, I mean, you were so geek. You sent me that Wind Waker. Like, man, yeah, Ganondorf's about to get it, bro.
I don't like that you do. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want you to share the emotion.
No, like that's what's up. Like I'm glad that you enjoy yourself. But I'm like, why are you playing these games that you already beat?
To my defense on Wind Waker, I never beat Wind Waker, which is why I got back into it. I never finished that one. But I did finish the Minish Cap Zelda, and I send you that one once a year. So yeah, so I will, So I agree with you. I'm gonna finish.
Like, saying, you get so high, and then even when you do play a new game and finish it, bro, it's Final Fantasy VII.
I know.
Like get out of here, man.
But that's Mando. Final Fantasy VII was Mando. If Grand Theft...
It wasn't because I never played it, so clearly it's not Mando. Yeah, you can get through life just fine never playing.
We got to get Mo on here. I don't know if he got it or not, but I'm telling you, there's no.
I'm sure he didn't, man. Mo's a Call of Duty player, man, to his heart. Really? Is there a way for me to? Maybe I could call him. I wonder if there's a way for me to call him. I don't know. We'll figure those things out. But I'll call him on the pod one day, and we'll get it settled.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely got to do that. So yeah, man. Okay, your theory is cool. I'm rolling with you on that. So let's get into the Unreal 5 engine. They showed that a tech demo for the PS5. It was ran on the PS5. You were geeked about it. The whole country was geeked about it. Everybody wanted to see the PS5 actually do something. But my thing about the tech demos is it's a tech demo. They showed a tech demo last year. That can be ran on Xbox as well. So the Unreal Engine is going to get sold to the highest bidder. Whoever wants to pay for it, whoever needs it, they're going to do so.
It's for studios. It's not for consoles.
Yeah, exactly.
Studios.
What would you think about it though?
It looked great, man.
It did.
But Unreal Studios are always their engines are always cutting edge.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to sell it. I mean, my point, I was just like, man, nothing to see here. I mean, it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't when I saw that it was just a tech demo, but it was on PS5 hardware. I'm like, it'll be beautiful, just like they could have said on Xbox hardware. It's gonna be pretty.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's what they was alluding to. Like PS5 is gonna be the more capable system. Like that's why we're just jumping out the gate.
Why
with
do you
this,
feel that way?
PS5? Because listen, Microsoft needs every win that they could get these days.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Sony doesn't really need a win. So and Microsoft, they've been just, you know what I'm saying, unleashing everything. They've been throwing everything they have behind this Series X. And it's like, yo, every time they get like a lukewarm reception behind everything that they've been doing so far, it's like, console's ugly. Games don't really look that fun. They're not really going to have any exclusives to launch for a while. You know what I'm saying? What's the real selling points on these features? I mean, the best news that they've had is a rumor that it's going to be 400. That's the best news that the Series X has had. No, that's great. 400 is a great
yeah, but you know, PlayStation
price.
is going to be a little bit more expensive. And that's the only thing, like you said, the only thing they can get by on is just the fact that it'll be a cheaper system. Because every
broke boys rejoice.
Well, that's the thing. Like every time that Microsoft gets any type of, I ain't gonna say any type of lead or any type of traction going, Sony just punches them right in the stomach. Just punches them right in the stomach. Like so much so, the state of play that Sony came out with, you really didn't even. I didn't even know it was coming. It wasn't even on my calendar. You told me about it, but Microsoft had all the talk. Everybody's talking about Microsoft, the new Xbox, and all this, and then here comes Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, looking like a complete goat. And the thing is, and it's current gen. Like we're not even. They're like, yo, listen, you're not getting anything PS5 in this, man. It's a demo of one game. You know what I'm saying?
That game looked amazing, man.
That's what I'm saying, and it's already kicking the body of everything that Series X had.
Well, you know, we kind of stumbled across this. Me and you talk about it all the time. Why don't Microsoft care about first-party titles, man? Like, why is it they don't care?
They used to.
I know.
There was a time that they did, and now all of a sudden it's like, yo, I don't know, man.
Well, the titles that they do care about, I would say, are the ones that we've kind of been playing for the last 10 years. Halo, Gears of War, those are the two. I don't even know if it's anything else, man. They threw out Sea of Thieves, which I think it's got a rebrand and everybody is playing it, you know, having fun with it, but I've never given it a shot. And then you got.
Are you talking about Pirate Booty?
Yeah, man.
Nobody wants to play that.
But like Ghost of Tsushima is a first-party title for Sony. That this is the first game that's right. This is no other game that's been out before.
Right.
And, and the game looks amazing. Like, why doesn't Microsoft put that type of resources in? Maybe they have it coming, but it might be too long, too late, man.
I think that this is what we talked about a couple weeks ago, man. As far as like Sony and Nintendo, man, they still appreciate creativity and like they still want to. They still take the risks. Like I mean, you look at Death Stranding, is you know what I'm saying, mixed of reviews that got. You know what I'm saying. That's still a win for Sony because it's like, yo, listen, we pushed the boundaries. We got a game that nobody else has ever tried. There's never been anything like that. So whether it hit or miss, you know what I'm saying, it was worth the risk. I mean, I'm sure that they recouped their investment at least, or if nothing else, it's like it's at least positive press. People are talking about it, and it's only on our console. So it's a good PR move to at least have this game. And then, you know what I'm saying, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us coming up. And the fact that they're still supporting their console this way at the end of the life cycle just tells you how much they actually care about their core players. Like Xbox gave up on this Xbox One. They gave up on this console like a year and a half ago.
Sony's always done that, though. Remember at the last... What was the game they came out with at the end of the cycle last time that was really amazing? Was it Horizon? No, it wasn't Horizon. It was something that came out at the end of the last...
At the end of PS3? I know what you're talking about, but I forget exactly which game it was.
Because remember, it was like, they were like, what's going to look forward to in the next system, the PS4, before it came out. It was an amazing looking game on PS3. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, Sony does this all the time. And like you see... like the capabilities on what's coming out on the next system. But like Ghost of Tsushima, it wasn't like it was like reinventing the wheel. It was like, okay, this is like a ninja version of Assassin's Creed, you know? But then again, you're pushing the envelope and giving people something that they're going to want to play. I mean, Assassin's Creed is an amazing title. Everyone loves playing that. So why wouldn't Microsoft do something like that for their thing? Like just have some sort of creativity in that aspect, you know?
It feels like their main focus now is, you know, hardware for whatever reason. I don't. And that's the thing, like you would think that they would learn better from what Nintendo's been able to do with the Switch, where it's like, yo, listen, you can have the most powerful hardware, but you know what, that's only going to matter to, you know, people who fetishize hardware. Like if you don't have the product to actually push behind it, nobody's really going to care. And I guess they're figuring, well, hey, listen, exclusive only make up, X amount of, X amount of gamers or whatever. All we got to do is give them the most powerful console and tell them that the majority of their games will perform better over here. And it's like, nah, man, it's not true. Like, people buy those consoles because of the games. Like,
yeah,
I think more people are on my side as far as like, I don't like FPS doesn't really make a huge difference to me. Like, I can see the difference between 4K and 1080p, but what makes the difference is this game fun. Like, I don't care how pretty it looks if it's not a fun game.
I agree with you on that. It's the whole frames per second thing is a big thing in the PC world, and it's a big thing in gaming because that's the way the developers want the game to be played. So if you give them more, developers are going to always push for, okay, you get more frames per second. You get into the refresh rates of monitors and things of that nature. Developers are going to be, that's like you're talking their language. So they're like, okay, this is the game, the way I want the game to be because I want.
That's a small percentage of people though. Like the developers are not the players.
No, you're absolutely right. But I'm saying if you're developing something and you're saying you want it to look a certain way, and it's kind of like what Beats,
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like you want it to be. So I get that point of it, but I do agree with you as far as if the game is not fun because that's what hooks me every time with Nintendo, which is what got me geeked about your Paper Mario. I know it's going to be a fun game. I don't care about it being, all the frames per second and all the floops are involved. So I just know it's going to be a fun game. But I just don't get why Microsoft hasn't decided to go that route. And it's like it's a cocky way of thinking because they're like, okay, Halo is coming. Don't worry, guys. Hey, but it's like it's going to be all for naught. Like so much so where I got the Game Pass. I'm not going to renew mine, and mine's up next month. And I'm just not going to renew it because I don't have a reason to. When I can just play everything on PC and don't even have to I can do the PC Game Pass. Like the only way I would get it is because of the boys use it. That's the only reason why I would do it. You know? But yeah, I don't know.
And that's where it gets tough though. But like, I think you're right, man. Because what about all those studios that they bought? You know what I mean? Like I thought that was supposed to be something big or that they was promising something was coming. But I mean, I'll be honest, it's hard to make a hit game. But I think that the type of stuff that they look for in games is kind of where they make their mistake because it's like, all of their big first-party titles have been, shooters. You know what I'm saying? Gears with being a third-person shooter, and then Halo also being a third-person shooter. They're constantly trying to reinvent that. Like, that's all that they ever go for, where it's like, the rest of these consoles, man, they're not, like, not every game has got to be a shooter. Like Ghost of Tsushima, it's like, listen, there's probably not a gun in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when they were talking about, you can go into a cinematic mode or you can change it into you can set the game so that way it all reads in Japanese and you'll have English subtitles. Like they wanted to give you a movie experience in playing the game, or you know what I'm saying, you can make it black and white cinematic, and it'll make that's all creativity. And it's just thinking outside of the box. What have we not seen yet? I mean, yes, we've seen plenty of fighter genre games, or RPGs especially. I mean, Assassin's Creed, I mean, that's what it is. But it's like, listen, we at least want to give you a fresh perspective. Take some bits and pieces from other things that you already like. So, like, man, if you like karate flicks and all that kind of stuff, you like Honor and all that sort of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to bring you in and try that.
About the foxes, though. Like, they said the foxes and the wind, it kind of shows where the direction you should go. I wish they'd let people figure that out. I wish that. But
to me, that's probably just gonna be a small detail. It's gonna be like, okay, you know what I mean? There'll be other stuff for you to figure out. You know what? And the more I think about it, it's like, every time Microsoft has tried to innovate, like, it's been a flop. I think about Pirate Booty. Nobody likes that game. You can say whatever you want. Nobody wants it. And it's like, I feel them. It's like, listen, every time we come up with a first party title, nobody likes it. You know what I mean? But is that the fault of the players or?
I don't know. I don't know.
They probably did try with Pirate Booty. And somebody greenlighted it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said it was a good idea. Are
Japanese better storytellers?
Absolutely. I hate to say that because it's America, but you know what I'm saying?
That might be what's blocking it, man.
It might be.
You know what I mean? That might be it. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know if that's. I mean, I think we just agreed. Like that's exactly.
We unpacked the problem right now.
We unpacked the problem. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and Paper Mario, I'm sorry, coming out on the same day too. So rip to the wild. I mean, you're not getting Mario.
Nah, I mean, I was gonna say Ghost of Tsushima would be copped, but Mario, maybe I'll pick it up. Like, I don't know. It depends on if Toya is gonna pick these games up and play. Because like our Switch catalog, I feel like that's our. I mean, it's turn based.
Yeah. Paper Mario is like a turn-based game. You got to look. It's.
What? This is kind of my beef with Mario games, bro. Like they've flipped and remixed Mario games so many times, like, and I bought them as a kid, man, and got finessed so many times that I kind of turned on them.
30 years, man. We've been playing the same games for 30 years.
Like Dr. Mario, that's a trash game. Mario Math, that was some trash. That was some garbage. Like
Ooh,
they threw Mario on so much just garbage that it's like, man, you never knew what you were getting. Unless it said like Super Mario World, you never knew what you were gonna get. So like Paper Mario, like. Oh, and it's turn-based. I thought it was an open world where I could walk around.
You can, but it's like you walk up to enemies and it comes like a card game. You turn-based play. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying that trash. Man, grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, that's the Nintendo mascot though, man.
Now at least I understand, because I was wondering where Paper Mario made sense when there was just that update for Mario Maker. I'm like, why would anybody want a platformer kind of Mario, and Mario Maker just got updated?
It's nostalgia. It's gonna be a pretty game. It's one of those things where you got to kind of see the old one. You'll kind of get why people liked it, but I don't think it's your.
I think I played Paper Mario, and now that you say that, I think you just brought back bad memories of getting burned once again on a Blockbuster rental, like renting Paper Mario and like figuring out it's turn based. Like, this is trash. Hey, let's run back up there real quick, man. See if I can switch this out. It's some garbage.
Yeah, I mean, kids nowadays are robbed from Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster was a whole thing. You go in and look at the box art. We just ran a game on the box art, man.
Bro, that was like a big deal too.
Very
like, man,
much so.
On a Friday, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, moms wasn't taking the Blockbuster rent no games. Like she wasn't hearing that. Only dad understood. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, whatever. And I think the game rentals was expensive too. They was like $10, $15 or something like that. You was only getting one.
But there was nothing like the disappointment where you carrying around the box all through the store. Yeah, I'm getting this. I'm gonna rent this game, whatever. And then you get up to the thing and ain't nothing in stock. You're like,
and then you gotta go pick out another way.
No, my dad was not giving us that time. He's like, yo,
really,
you get one shot at this, and if it ain't in stock, guess what? We'll come back.
Yeah, we out of here. Yeah. See, I'm surprised he didn't just pick a movie then. Like, well, listen, I ain't coming here. I ain't leaving here empty-handed.
Well,
I got a movie I want to listen. Yeah, I was gonna say I got a movie I want to see. Me and your mama.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You go to bed early tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out. Okay.
Yeah, right.
That purple bag is that's for marbles.
Listen, you walking up the stairs, man. You just hear him on the phone with the pizza man. Like, oh, they about to have a time. You know what I'm saying? Got the crown bag on him.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. The crown bag.
You just walking up the stairs all sad, man. You ain't get your game. Yeah, well,
man.
Too bad, boy.
That was great.
You better close that door extra tight.
I'm gonna tell you, when you knew their parents had money, is when you go to like a sleepover and their parents rented them a console from Blockbuster. You're like, oh yeah, y'all got
that
money.
was never happening.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times. Like, oh, y'all
really?
got
Wow.
Yeah, because my mom and dad was not doing that.
No, listen. I was lucky to already have a console. It's like, listen, and you wasn't getting both, so it's like,
pick one.
Yo, we play Sega over here, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Genesis house.
F Nintendo. Yeah. Me and all my dogs hate Nintendo.
But see, that's what I understand. It was like a nasty time because like the Universal, the Genesis was the Madden system. And then you're running somebody who played Madden on a Super Nintendo. You're like, man, that's nasty, man. I don't play Madden on this. Like, we don't do this mess, you know? It's a weird time because you're like on the Genesis game, we got the little yellow dot, little notch on the cartridge. That was nothing.
I don't know what it did. Yeah, I don't know what it did, but it was necessary.
It was just there, but it had to be.
You could move it. You could move it too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You needed that.
It was Mando, man.
I think that this is what started the console wars, man.
Absolutely, it started the console
wars.
This
is actually ingrained in us from back in the day.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? It's because you wasn't getting both, so you had to pick a side back then.
You had to. You absolutely had to. Which is weird that I'm on the Xbox side because I never played Madden on the Xbox. I only played it on PlayStation. That might be why I didn't like the next gen Maddens either, because I never could get used to playing Madden on the Xbox controller. I just didn't like it. You know, when it went away from the digital and went to the 360 motion controller, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. See, you know, I think that the Switch only gets so much love because it's like, yo, back in the day, you could have a home console and a handheld. Like you could have I never had Nintendo consoles growing up, but I always had Nintendo handhelds. So I had all the Game Boys, Game Boy Advance, all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. So like that's the catalog of Nintendos that I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now the Switch come along, and I had GameCube and Wii, but I got those when I was grown. But now the Switch come along, it's like, yo, this is right back in my bag. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like.
Which is why I equate it to an abusive relationship. Every time a big title comes out, everybody who has a Switch goes and buys it.
Yeah,
You
you know
know?
what? That's why the Wii U failed though, because it was like, yo, listen, the Wii was a different experience or whatever. Like Nintendo always had to come with something different. If you just try to give us a console, you know, it wasn't gonna be enough, player.
Yeah, but I mean that's why the Switch is good because it's portable too.
But I think that's a young child, you know what I'm saying, indoctrination to my psyche.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, listen, I didn't get those Nintendo systems, so like, you know what I'm saying, we don't rock with Nintendo over here. You know what I'm saying? I got Sega. I was running that Sega, man. I got the Saturn. The Saturn was a little bit of a bust, so I had to switch sides. Went to Sony. After that, man, I kept on getting Sony. So you know what I'm saying, it was a big middle finger to Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We rocking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
mean,
like you wasn't getting both.
And it don't help none that Microsoft just didn't release any big titles either. They kind of gave up, and I don't understand. It seemed like they gave up. And
yeah, they did.
I don't know, man. It's like on the outside they're pushing all this floops and pushing all this big console, but on the core of it, it seems like they gave up. It just seems like they did.
And my thing is too is it's like, yo, back in the day when Microsoft was having success, it's like the 360 OG Microsoft, like, man, OG Xbox, they had big first party titles. Man. Remember when Max Payne was Xbox only?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like, yo, you need something like that to stomp the buildings, because it was like, yo, I felt like I was missing out on something with Max Payne. It's like, that game was, you know what I'm saying? It was so, you know what I'm saying? It was so ahead of its time or whatever. The bullet time motion, right around the time that the Matrix was out. Yep. Like, what? I mean, I know we over here sound like some geezers, but it's all good.
No, the time is not that facts. Long ago, though. It's facts. You're right. Absolutely.
No, it was like 20 years ago, but it's cool. It's facts.
Dang.
No, okay, a little less. Probably like 15. Probably 15 years ago.
That's still a long time, but
no, actually, no. It's 2020. Yeah, no. It was about 20 years ago. Jeez. Never mind. I take that back. Sorry. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was still some good games though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's it. Gaming news, man. It's I did read an article though. They were saying that gaming is up. It's like, was it $9 billion dollars was spent in the first quarter? So it's up like up 11% this year than last year, and it makes sense.
Yeah, we stuck at home. Like, yeah, you need something to do. Yeah.
Animal Crossing was the highest grossing game of the quarter.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm still trying to.
It's still sick that there are no copies out there, man.
I told you when I think it was last pod we talked about like I've been.
So when I told you tried to hit him, huh? You was like, oh yeah,
I did. That's how I know the phone didn't work. Like, I called him. I was like,
he was a man. Was like, so you did find a plug. Listen, I'll try to find you a physical copy. If you're serious, I'll try to find you a physical copy. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I definitely want to get one, because I mean, you saying that it's fun. I would like to get the wife into something too, man.
Yeah, see, that could be a good time. Like, if you got her on the game, man, Toy would definitely play 1,000%.
Okay, cool. All right, that's.
Well, like, once we start sending like the friend invites or whatever, and they see like that they can meet up and trade and stuff, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be on rocking.
Oh yeah, we might have dug into something here, man.
Yeah, because they won't play for us. No, for each other.
No, for each other. Yeah, they'll play with each other to the point where they don't even play with us. Like, oh, I got turned up. They'll have a whole thing. They might start.
Listen, they be Debo on our switches.
No, at that point, then we got to give them their own switch.
Get them a light.
Give them a light. They're not going to hook up to the TV, because that's the only way you can find this in stock anyway. Have you just looked? Because I have a buddy from church trying to find a Switch. Man, it's like the dope game right now, man. You cannot find a Nintendo Switch anywhere.
Yeah, no, they're out here.
And don't try to get the Animal Crossing one. That thing's like a G.
Yeah, it's out.
$1,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nasty, man. It's nasty out here.
It is. Them bots, man. Well, I'm just mad I didn't get a couple of them to flip.
Right.
But yeah, all right. So NBA, they're talking about opening up the season, to resume the season. Players vote. They said they all want to play. They had a players meeting. James Harden was left off. That's the thing I got from it. They left him out of it. But Russell Westbrook was there. He was at the meeting, so that's what they said. Weird. But and then there was kind of rumors coming around that no one wanted Harden there, which is silly. So it's turned into high school. Cats are bored. What's
the hate for Harden?
I don't know. I
get it. Was Giannis there?
Giannis was there. He was on the call. But my question to you though, if they do have a season, right? Remember that, was it the '99 season?
What was Westbrook doing there? I did hear KD was there. I'm like, why is KD there? Like, KD's not gonna play anyway.
Yeah, and they say KD is 100%. He's never coming back this season.
Right.
But remember the '99 season when the Spurs won the championship, and like Shaq came out and talked about it. Now there's an asterisk by it because it was the lockout year. If this year ends and then whoever wins the championship, is there an asterisk by it? You think?
Yeah, probably. Just because it's just nasty. Yeah, it's just nasty. Because that's the thing. It's like, yo, whoever wins, you're probably not getting the best of the competition at this point because you know what I'm saying. Like guys haven't been able to really like you're getting all. Think about the start of the season every year and like how rusty everybody looks. Like you're getting that again because I mean they've been off for 3 months.
Yeah,
NBA season ended in March. It's May.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And the thing about now though is if you come back and play, it's like who is this benefiting? Because my thing is like the tests. Everything I'm watching on CNN as far as saying that there's not many tests, they're trying to get more tests out. So in order for this to be, you got to know that a lot of people are going to get sick, okay? And then they're going to have a lot of tests. So why do they get all the tests? Like that's going to bring up a whole other thing. Like
right,
why?
It's just entertainment.
Yeah, it's just entertainment. Like who is this benefiting other than they're going to make try to recoup some sort of money from it because of the contracts and
the network deals
from the network deals. But it's like. What is this? Who is this benefiting from having a season? Which is,
I'm upset that they let my man Harden out. Like that ain't right, man.
They left him out, man. They had Westbrook on there, but they ain't have
why?
Harden. I don't know.
Like I want to know who else was on this call. Like that y'all felt like y'all could leave James Harden out.
I think Chris Paul was there. LeBron, of course, was there. The notables they left off kind of was like that game of Zones I sent you. That's why I sent it to you because
I haven't watched it yet. I gotta watch.
It's a good one. But if the season does finish,
was he the only notable that got left out?
Yeah.
So Kyrie was on the call.
I don't know if Kyrie was on it. No, I don't think Kyrie. Was on it. I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta figure this out because it's like yo, because I know Kawhi was on the call. Was PG on the call? Because listen, if Paul George is on the call, James Harden isn't.
He wasn't on the call.
Who Kiwi was on the call.
No, Kawhi was on the call.
Kawhi was on the call. Paul George got left off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if MJ was on the call.
He should have been.
He should have been. MJ would have been the deciding factor.
All right. So these are everybody that was on the call.
Okay.
Kris Paul, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Giannis.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Giannis.
KD. Okay.
Kawhi. Steph Curry. Dame Lillard. And Russell Westbrook.
Dame. Maybe Westbrook was kind of the representative for the Heat. Or for the Rockets, maybe that's the kind of way they looked at it. And I mean, I think LeBron listen. AD might be out of there. I'm not gonna lie to you. AD might be getting ready to leave.
You think so?
So yeah, I think LeBron is doing everything that he can to kind of keep him engaged, whatever. But I've been hearing a lot of whispers that AD is out of there.
Really? I could see it happening.
He sold his house.
Yeah, but people sell real estate all the time.
I mean, during the pandemic.
I don't know. Yeah, he might be like you. He might flip some money. Maybe trying to make a flip, man. I don't know.
Perhaps.
The one person that was on the call that actually I think was the most important person on the call was Dame Lillard. And the reason why I think so, he has nothing to gain from this season.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has him having his vote made a lot of sense because they're not going to the playoffs. Yeah. So my thing is I think that they had to try to because it was like a Trump implication with this, right? They were saying,
I hadn't heard that part.
Yeah, they were saying that Trump, it was a nasty thing because they were saying that they wanted to, if they came back too early, it was because basically Trump saying he wants sports to be back into the fold. So they're like, okay, Adam Silver, who's pretty much he's batted 1,000 since taking over for David Stern. He didn't want to take that media backlash from basically aligning himself with Trump. So he kept the season out longer than what it has. That's a great,
as he should
do that. But then also, with it, it's like they got to be comfortable knowing that some people are going to test positive. Then what happens? So you got to keep playing, So I don't think they know that.
Yeah, and that's the other side of why this would be an asterisk here because it's like, man, think about who's going to go down. Like people are going to go out. Mm-hmm. Like you can try whatever. I mean, that UFC fight, like as much as they try to put that on or whatever, it's like boom, still immediately somebody caught it.
Yeah. Because it was like one of the bigger name fighters.
It was one of the headliners.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like they had one of the headliners. So I mean, it's gonna happen. So it's gonna be players out. Which I mean, there's players out every year. It is what it is. But you know what? But now that I heard those names, the only duplicate team there was the Lakers, and that's LeBron's doing. But so I just take it as the Brody was he was the representative for the Rockets because the beard was probably in the gym, man. You know what I'm saying? We know he stayed working on this game.
Probably. But I gotta say,
all they tell me the rest of the guys is lazy. Nah, he probably had already talked to Westbrook and was like, "Yo, listen, man, you handle that, bro. I got more pressing issues." You know what I'm saying? You already let them know any day, any time. The beard stay ready.
Stay ready.
Yeah. He's working on a new shot.
I still think it's you gotta watch Game of Zones, man, because it like when you watch Game of Zones, then we talk about it, it'll put more perspective on it because it's funny as heck. But I don't know, man. Like the season, whether or not it comes back this year, I'm optimistic. Optimistic Nadir is here. I'm thinking that it might happen, but then pessimistic Nadir is like, nah, this ain't happening. Because it still ain't. The country's getting opened up for a lot of reasons other than it being safe. It has nothing to do with that.
They gotta get that dollar circulating.
Gotta get that dollar circulating. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. But we're not a political podcast, so I'm not gonna go back and deep into that.
I've seen like some other countries they're talking about like that's just stayed open and like listen, it's not going good. It's not going
good. I know. Yeah, like a lot of countries were saying like stop.
I think Sweden stayed over there like listen, it's deadly over there too. Like yeah, they didn't shut down at all. They kept it rolling. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for them.
And that's where you start looking at like barbers and stuff. It's like I get that you got to make money. I get that you got to, people want to look good. They want to go out and get a haircut. Like I told you a couple podcasts ago, haircuts might be overrated. And
no, listen, just go outside. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna have to have outside barbershops, man. Get a little like a little AC unit for your little individual section in there. Yeah. Mask, gloves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody all good.
Yeah, because it is getting warmer out now. Once it starts getting warm, ain't nobody safe. Everybody going outside, man. Yeah,
you better believe that. Listen, I just told you my escapades yesterday. Yeah, there was plenty of folks. And it was weird too, because like at one of the places I went, there was a dude. He was restocking shelves. I'm like, hey, yo, listen, man, y'all got any of these in the back or anything like that? He's like, no. Then some lady came over chiming in. I'm like, whoa, like beat it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't ask you. So unless you got a copy,
you see the marker on the floor, get back. 6 feet,
right? You come over there. Oh yeah, I've heard that's a real popular game. I'm like, get out of here. Like, man, it's still rolling out here, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The road is still rocking.
Right. Yeah. I came here to get work done now. Beat it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't back to normal.
Yeah, man. We just trying to keep anything our entertainment's going, but because ain't but one more week of the Jordan doc. After this week is over. You know, this is the last week of it. What did you think of last week's?
Oh man, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? MJ got fully
Yeah.
Man, he was up there. He was talking to grown men real bad.
Hey, man. It showed me, like, Mike was a different... We'll never see nothing like him again. We'll never see anything like...
The real one. To me, man, that's what it sounded like back in the day.
I'm watching this. I'm amazed no one really tried to hook off on Mike. Really tried to hurt him, bro. Because, like, he's shooting free throws, closing his eyes. Like, I'm just coming out... It'd be a bolo. I'm coming out of the blind. Just coming... catching with a hook, man. Like, how you going to disrespect me like this, man?
It seemed like Mike also wasn't scared to throw them things, though.
No, he wasn't.
That's the other side of it. You know
you're right.
You can go for him. You can go for it, man. But like, listen, it wasn't gonna be sweet. You know what I mean?
Like,
it wasn't gonna be sweet on the other side.
Yeah, Bomani's doing a series called Bulldoze. I sent you a link on like all the teams that were actually very good that literally got demolished because of Michael Jordan. It's an amazing watch. You got to check it out. The Superstars, I forget how good they were.
They were a stacked team.
Yeah, but I got from it, man. Episode 7, the way it ended, like I could have ran through a brick wall. Like Michael Jordan could have called me on a cell phone right then and there and said, Nadir, go out, go get the Rona. I'm like, you know what, family, I love y'all, but I gotta go get this Rona. Mike said,
man, listen, hold on, was that the one where Mans ended off like, well, listen, for all the people who say that, you know, said I was wrong, you ain't never won nothing.
You ain't never won. He's like, that's because you never won nothing. That finger was like this, like it was like bent, you know what I mean? Like that finger had a mind of his own.
Bruh, I was sitting there like, facts. You know what I'm saying?
I started watching it a half hour afterwards. I mean, I think that's when you sent me the crying meme. Like, yo, I'm emotional right now. Like, yo, I feel you. I understand now. It's just different, man.
And when Mans was actually explaining this to people, man, he got emotional. He got worked up.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, man, cut. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I feel you, Mike.
Yeah,
I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you gotta bite a man head off, get him, you know what I'm saying, get him ready. Pause.
Hey, pause. When he said he's like, winning is the cost of winning, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the telling part to me, because a lot of players are coming out, like current players saying, oh, that couldn't happen with me. He wouldn't have motivated me that way. All this buddy stuff that's going on right now was exactly wrong. I want the bad blood. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like back then, like you watch it now, you see Michael Jordan still got smoke for Isaiah Thomas. You know, I wish he'd have owned it. I wish he would have owned the fact that he kept him off the dream team.
He didn't. Nobody liked him, bro. No, I'm saying everybody who's come out and been like, yo, I didn't want to play with him. Like, man, like who wanted to play with that guy?
But I think that a lot of
are they treating him like Harden? Is Harden getting the Isaiah Thomas treatment?
Heck no. I think no, heck no. I think what it comes down to is also the alpha. Like Michael Jordan was the alpha male of alpha males during that time. Like everybody gave it up to him. There was nobody that went against him. People would say like, "Oh, we might lose, or we might not. We might just lose 3-1 or whatever, but we're gonna fight." We know that they got Michael Jordan. Like everybody gave it up to that man, and I think that we'll never see that again.
We saw it, man. We saw it in Kobe because Kobe was the exact same guy. Like Kobe was not. Listen, like how many years did they talk about people not want to go to LA and play with Kobe Bryant? Like you saw the way he broke Dwight Howard, which you know what I'm saying. Prayers to him and his family for what they're going through. But yeah, you saw the way he broke that man. He broke that man's spirit. He was never the same again after he got done playing 1 year with Kobe. And because it's like only strong survive.
Not Bynum. Was it Kwame Brown?
Cool. Mike made Kwame cry, I believe.
Okay, all right. So basically the same thing. But the thing with Kobe though, the reason why is
Smush Parker still talks about the way Kobe talked to him. He said, man, they asked him or whatever, like, did they have any relationship outside of there? He said Kwame Brown said one day after practice, he tried to ask Kobe something like not even basketball related, just about like, oh, have you seen this movie or whatever? Kobe looked him dead in his eyes like, yo, listen, you're not allowed to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Until you get better on that court, you're not allowed to talk to me. Facts.
Well, with Kobe, though, it was because we've seen it in Mike before. It wasn't – they cut from the same cloth. But because we've seen that version, we've seen Mike before. So I think that's why he didn't – and also Kobe always got a bad rap because he played with Shaq.
Yo, listen. No, it wasn't even like Kobe just did – like Kobe was the young guy and ran Shaq off. Okay. No,
I agree.
Because he had it like that. Listen, he did an interview about Raja Bell and was like, yo, listen, I don't even know who this guy is. He don't have no business talking to me. Man, this kid ain't got no business talking to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with this kid, man. I'll slap him around. Yeah. Raja Bell is 2 years older than Kobe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, man, the people that stood up to Kobe or earned his respect, like him and Matt Barnes was super cool. After the
fact. Well, I was gonna say I don't know if Chris Childs ever got his respect. He got the 2-piece.
Chris Childs broke protocol. You know.
Yeah, he got his little licks off. Yeah, because people swung on Mike, but Mike was usually the aggressor. That was the only bad part about it. It's like no, Mike was actually coming after you. Kobe didn't think nobody was gonna do nothing. But I still don't think the punches was too bad.
Nah, Mike talked that cash.
Chris Childs punches late. He did, but remember when he tried to rip Reggie Miller's face off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Mike was about that. You know what I'm saying? He was about that action.
Yeah.
Hey, you about to go swimming?
There you go. So we're just getting up. What time is it? It's 1:45.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Late nights, brother. Late nights.
I know. Dante, I had to put him in at 2 a.m. last night.
Oof.
He tried to kick it with the fellas. I had to bring him upstairs. But we'll never see nothing like Michael Jordan again. I'm sad about tomorrow being the last day, but when the physical comes out, I gotta buy it. I'm gonna have it on the shelf. Like I said, I'm not even gonna open it, so I'm gonna do.
You gotta have that, man. That like I'm telling you, like that's the reason why I buy Jordans now, because it's not like I love the way that they look, man, but it's that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's like it gives you that feeling, like man, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't alive to know what it was like to want to be like Mike, like it wasn't just a song. Like you drank Gatorade trying to be like Mike. You know what I mean? Yeah. Jump higher in Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you play basketball, if you play organized basketball, listen, if you wore number 23, you really had to be that guy.
You had to.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing cute. You wasn't just a Michael Jordan fan. Like no, you had to be the guy on that team. And listen, every time you stepped out on that court, you knew. Every time you step on that court, you knew like, man, this guy wearing 23, he better not be no bum. And everybody's going after him.
Right. And that's why LeBron wore 23.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but now the number 23 kind of soft. Like,
well, it's because a lot of kids are doing it now because of LeBron. They're not doing it because of.
Yeah, you don't know the history. You don't know the history.
That's what I love about the doc, because me and the boys watch it religiously every Sunday, and the boys are actually watching. Like, yo, this dude was different. Yeah, man, he wasn't
LeBron should have never wore 23, man. Like, I get it from being from this generation. You know what I'm saying? I know he understands it, but the way it's projected to the next generation, it's like Yeah.
I'll tell you what is different now though is that his barbershop interview where he said, I feel like that made me the GOAT. I'm like, now when I'm watching Mike, like it just makes LeBron look bad. I don't get the whole slander what LeBron's getting right now, because this is a Jordan doc, it's a Jordan moment. I don't get why the whole comparison thing.
You know, it's that Jordan energy, bro. Like, you think Jordan was gonna just be like, no, they're both great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Praise both.
Right,
no.
Right. No. You know what I'm saying? He still snaps into it. That's what I find amazing from it. Even at his age and the way he is now, he still will snap back into that old playing time Michael Jordan. Like, nah, it's not a game. F them kids, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's still cool. He'll snap back into that.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? As he should. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the doc is putting you right back in that mindset.
Yeah.
That's why LeBron is catching so much smoke behind it, because LeBron is watching it and enjoying it. Yeah. And it's like, yo, I hope LeBron is watching it. He's getting on his MJ stuff. Like, man, when I get back to the league, man, you know what? He was on it a little bit at the beginning of the season, the Wash King stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. He had heard the little chirps or whatever. But like a lot of people who try to throw, especially players in the league, a lot of players in the league who try to throw stones, and LeBron play nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He go out there, he prove it on the court. You think Mike was playing nice?
Nah.
Like, man, listen, you couldn't say nothing to him during the game. Otherwise, he's going to torch you and let you know. Right. I don't think LeBron has ever let anybody know. He let the refs know, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You say something to LeBron crying to a ref. Mm-hmm. Mike wasn't crying to no ref, man. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, man, lace him up then. Put him, let's go.
Yeah, right. I agree with
Even if you didn't say nothing. If you just had a good quarter, Mike was going to destroy you. Be like, yo, listen, you had a good quarter. You ain't supposed to do that.
Mike was making up storylines in his own head that was not even true, just to motivate himself. You know what I mean?
I like that.
His name, LeBradford Smith. And I remember that name. I remember LeBradford Smith because I used to collect basketball cards. And did you hear the story about LeBradford Smith?
Yeah.
Okay, but that whole thing was like, and then he comes out later. Never happened. He just did it to motivate himself.
Shaq did the same. Shaq's story was hilarious. That was the funny. That's the. Oh, you've never heard the Shaq David Robinson story? So Shaq allegedly was beefing with David Robinson for a long time, bro. He was like, you know, when I was a kid, David Robinson wasn't very nice to me. You know what I'm saying? I asked him for an autograph. He was my idol. And, you know what I'm saying? He pushed me down and, like, spit in my face. Like, he went in it. Okay. He went in a little bit. And then, he kept this up for years. And then finally was just like, yeah, nah, that never happened. Like, I just need something to keep me pumped up. Like, yeah, that never happened.
Yo, I'm going to tell you what, though. Honestly, you brought up a great point, though. Like, Shaq was like that. He was like Mike.
Yeah.
He didn't like anybody. You know, and that was during that time, man. It was like, that's just the way it was. Like, I'm not rocking with you. Not saying it's disrespect, but it's like, I'm just saying I got my own
not on this court, because Mike was friendly off the court. Like Mike loved a lot of them guys. You know what I'm saying? He laughed and joked with them. But when it came to that basketball stuff, man, what? Yeah, like, listen, man, I'm not having it. I ain't going for it. Ain't no friends on this court. Matter of fact, only way you can be my friend is if you lay down and take this whooping. You know what I'm saying? And even then, ain't gonna be no respect, and you don't want that.
So the buddy ball started with LeBron, you think?
Yeah, because like I'm saying, Kobe had him scared, man.
Yeah, working out together and all that stuff. Nobody ever did that.
Kobe wanted to crush and destroy, but LeBron, man, he made buddy ball cute, man, when he went to the Heat.
Yeah,
that's I'm saying that, bro. You always ask me like why, like now watching this Jordan doc, now you can understand why I never forgive LeBron for going to the Heat, man.
No, you're right.
I never forgive it.
It was somebody with that much talent, that just those gifts, those physically gifts. Like you, like, bro, you didn't have to do it that way. And I agree with you on that.
You have to go get those cheap ones, man. Like I'm saying, the Cavs ring is the only one that count. The Miami ones was cheap, and the loss hurts more than anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm rolling. Yeah. All right, man. So let's run through these last ones. So Deontay Wilder. He stepped aside, allows Tyson Fury to take the unification match versus Anthony Joshua. All of this really is a ploy for Mike Tyson to come back and save the day. That's all this is for, all right? Mike's getting in shape. He's going to come back. They're going to unify it, and Mike is going to come out of retirement. He's going to beat the brakes off this cat, Fury, because Fury's going to win. He's going to beat Joshua. He's going to beat the brakes off of him, and then it's going to be Deontay Wilder versus Mike Tyson, and that's what it's going to be. That's what
Please stay retired, Mike, man. We enjoy your podcast and all that other stuff, man. You're a great guy now.
But did you see it?
You don't have to do this.
What did you think about
Mike Tyson training?
Yes.
Yeah, man, he looked great. He looked great training.
Yeah, training. Yeah, you're right, training.
Yeah, listen, Mike, you 53, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could probably knock most of our heads off, man, but you know, like these guys, they do this too. You know what I'm saying? And they're young, and they you know what I'm saying? They're fresh. We love you, Mike, man. Just don't take the legacy, man. That's all. Like we moved those old Tyson fights to the back. You know what I'm saying? We moved those to the back of our mind. We act like that didn't happen at the end of his career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was getting dusted up.
But
he was getting
really,
touched up at the end, man.
What really got me on it was I started thinking in my head though, was like watching the Jordan doc, just going back to that a little bit, was like Michael Jordan was such a polarizing basketball player. Like did you see Michael Jordan play in person?
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw Michael Jordan.
So do you remember being in the building? Michael Jordan is the only person I've ever been in a building where even the opposing team, the opposing crowd cheered for him. You know what I'm saying?
We came to see him.
Yeah, so when I go into the boxing thing, the only person that I actually would feel like I felt that towards was Mike Tyson. Like one of the people I felt that towards was Mike Tyson because I've never seen him fight in person, but I remember my parents buying the fights, and that's why it was such a big deal when Buster Douglas won. Because it was like, man, somebody beat this guy.
It was a heartbreaker.
It was hard. It was like, yo, this dude came in with a towel, and like he won before he even got into the ring because grown men were physically scared of this guy. Grown men who've been bred to fight their entire life were scared of him. So
we seen what he had been doing. Like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get that feeling back with boxing, and the only person I think can bring it back would be Mike Tyson. So, but I say that all in jest. That's jokes. It's not going to happen. I do think though that the unification will be cool for it to be unified, and that way Deontay Wilder can come back and avenge himself. Because I definitely want to see him come back again.
It just makes the rematch bigger, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
this makes the rematch.
It's
bigger.
A money ploy. I just hope that Wilder can win this time because that dude beat him pretty bad last time. Because if all this happens, he loses again. Like,
I mean, Wilder won the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like he you know what I'm saying? He tossed him around that first one.
But he got
all right. So he got beat the second one. Like it's cool. He adjusted. All that is now your coaches need to help you adjust. Because I mean, clearly Tyson Fury's his coaches helped him adjust. Because that first time y'all got in the ring, man. You know what I'm saying? He was getting up on a prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you was dusting him out there. You was throwing him around. So it's like, man, all right, you take your time off and you readjust and you figure it out, man. You retool. That's what the beauty of the sport is, man. Show that you're a real warrior. You know what I'm saying? You're more than a one-trick pony, more than a power punch. You know what I'm saying? Adjust.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so yeah, it'd be cool. Boxing needs to get a win because the heavyweight division the heavyweight division is good. Boxing is not going to be. It's going to always play second fiddle to UFC, I think. With Floyd being retired, and even some of the fighters that are out now, it's like I tried to get into it, but I just can't. The characters in it just don't really pull me in. Pause.
What for UFC?
No. For
I was about to say, I was McGregor and Khabib. Like,
no. UFC is. That's what I'm saying. Until boxing's always going to play second fiddle to UFC, is what I'm saying. Yeah. All right, man. So 6ix9ine and Snoop, man.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like it.
Me neither. But we talked about it off pod. You said that he should, kind of give respect. This dude don't respect nobody. First of all, this whole thing with Tekashi, right? Like Snoop should have just not said anything. These young boys they don't care, man.
And they don't have to. Like they have no incentive for them to care.
No. It hits a little different from us. If Snoop is the big homie, he come out and say something. We're like, okay, we're gonna listen to him. Tekashi
I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But all I'm saying is it's like, Snoop has done too much in hip hop for Tekashi to be, you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay. Now that you
to be poking at him and making fun of him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't did what he did. Like Snoop is kind of off. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like he off doing his own thing now. Snoop messed up, you know what I'm saying? Inserting his 2 cents and what Tekashi got going on. That's where he made his mistake. Like as the OG, if he ain't tell on you or none of that had nothing to do with you, man, maybe you got to just sit that out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have to give your opinion because now you are opening the door for, you know what I'm saying, this young boy to come in here and disrespect you like you ain't did what you done did. But, you know what I'm saying? Like Tekashi ain't did enough in hip hop to, you know what I'm saying, have a voice to stay. Like that's at least how I feel. Like he ain't done enough in hip hop. As entertaining as all the stuff is, you ain't done enough to, you know what I'm saying, sit up here and disrespect Snoop Dogg and for me to listen to it, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's supposed to be all good.
No, I agree with you on that. I do. What do you think about Tekashi bringing up the snitching stuff with Snoop? Like he snitched
I don't know, man. Like, listen, if he did, I don't give a damn
about none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that.
Entertain me. Sing the songs. You sing the songs. I'm gonna listen and dance. That's the end of this relationship. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know you. Your name is Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're the same as any other Peanuts character to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you said, entertain me. I'll tell you who did entertain us, though. Last week, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott got together. They did. Their Versuz series. It came out very well. It actually made me more upset that Teddy Riley couldn't get his audio together because these women had their audio together, and it sounded great. I tuned in for most of it. I will say that Jill she got put out by Erica. You
early,
called that
early.
Yeah. Erica got hits, man.
But the thing is, it didn't matter. It was just a good time.
No.
It was just,
I hate the whole thing about the culture one, but it did. We won. We were blessed to. They both looked amazing. It was a good watch.
The whole battle, just after a while, it just got to a point where it's like, I'm not like, nobody was even thinking about, okay, yeah, you win this round. It's like, nah, man, these just good records. And I feel like listening to them have their dialogue in between the records, you know what I'm saying? Them praise each other. It's like, yo, like, that was nice to hear.
That was dope. Like, I didn't know there was certain songs that Erica had wrote for Jill and Jill wrote for Erica.
No,
I didn't know nothing about
Erica didn't write anything. That was a joke. She was joking.
That was a joke?
Yeah, that was just a joke. And the only song that she wrote for Erica was and she didn't even write it for Erica. The Roots just asked, "You Got Me." The Roots just asked Erica to re-sing it or whatever because Jill Scott wasn't a big name back then, so they were just like, we get a big name on this hook, Did
you like any incense while you were watching it?
No, man. I really, my Toya did too. Toya had some candles rolling or whatever.
Yeah,
I threw it on my laptop, man, and we just listened, we jammed. I didn't go front. I didn't know all of the songs that Jill was playing, but I knew everything Erica was playing.
Yeah, I did too.
And that, what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like Lauryn Hill, who did show up to the battle, surprisingly enough. Yeah, she, said she didn't have to be on time to that. You know what I mean? So it was fine. She was in the comments. But, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like Lauryn Hill would have been a better or more fitted match for Erykah Badu. But because it was just like, man, Jill's songs, like, what I'm saying? She had some good songs, whatever. It just, Erykah Badu she had a genre, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. But it was nice to see they both of them doing good, and the admiration that they have for each other, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. When they showed Erykah, her kids were singing Jill Scott's song. I'm like, that was dope. That was super dope. But yeah, so the next battle we got, let's see, Nelly versus Ludacris tonight, right?
Yeah.
First of all, who you got?
That's a tough one, man. That's really tough. That's a toss-up, honestly, because it's like Nelly got hits, Luda got hits. I think I probably prefer Ludacris, but that's not to sleep on what Nelly's done.
I prefer Ludacris.
Nelly just got corner after a while.
I do. I prefer Ludacris because he was more fun. He was more fun. He had the funny songs and everything. Yeah. But I'm definitely showing up with the Band-Aid under my eye. Pause. Now, when he brings in the whole St. Lunatics, they need to stay off camera. All right, they just make sure we got the audio right tonight, because these hip hop ones ain't been that good, except for the RZA and Premier, which is a good one. So get the audio right. I'm here for it. I just want to have some entertainment in the quarantine. But this is not the battle I want to see. I got to be honest with you.
You know what though? It's so tough too, because it's like, it doesn't feel like two legends going against each other. It just seems like two 2000s rappers going against each other. I don't know, man. I would rather see some of the guys now go back and forth rather than seeing like them, because it's like, y'all was never like the top tier guys. Y'all was very popular back in the day, but I don't know, man. It's like,
who would you want to see, like battle wise? Like versus series, I should say. Who would you want to see? Besides Jay-Z.
Besides somebody proposed Jay-Z versus Beyonce. That would be a real good one.
That would be funny.
Like, they'd be at home, you know what I'm saying?
But somebody would have to sit on the couch.
Let Blue Ivy pick. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get mad at the baby, right?
Right.
You can't get mad at the baby. So whatever.
She'd have to take a break from being Jim Jones' A&R, because we know that she's basically running his career at this point.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I would like to see Jay and DMX.
I
but see, Jay's gonna get everybody out of there, though. That's the thing about it. Like,
DMX got some joints though. Like, I think DMX might actually have bigger songs. Because like Rough Riders. What does Hov have to answer Rough Riders anthem? Maybe like Hard Knock Life.
Maybe Hard Knock Life. Shoot.
What's my name? I guess he could play Jigga.
Yeah.
I hate that Empire State of Mind, bro. I hate that song.
It got played out. It was just played too much.
Yeah, it was played too much. Yeah, I don't like this song.
We're not gonna talk about it on podcast. I think I know why you don't like it, but I'm gonna go into it now. But yeah, I would like to see Jay and DMX, or DMX and somebody. I just want to see.
I would love to see DMX and somebody.
Yeah, I just want to see none of these acts where you'd be like, "Come on, man! Like, you just really like. We just want to play some of your old hits. Like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to see a DMX and Twista. You know what I mean? Like I got admiration for Twista, but come on, Twista.
Man, man, you know what? I want to see like maybe like Ice Cube versus somebody.
Ooh, that'd be good.
I think Cube could give somebody problems, man.
And at this point, I'm
Cube
looking
versus
at
Dre.
That'd be good.
Cube versus Dre. Yeah, that would be a real good one.
But at this point, I'm more interested. Close. I'm interested to see people that's going to be in a battle that can provide great audio. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to like even with DMX doing it, it's like his audio might not be good. So you know what? Get X out of here. You know, X don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm here for that. But Nelly and Ludacris, I think it'll be a good one.
It makes sense. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna tell you what though, like I'm not clamoring to hear this.
If I forget about this one, I will not be salty.
Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, I won't be mad at all. I'll be like, I'll catch the highlights for the pod. You know what I mean?
But at this point, it's been just throwing it up on the TV because I figured out how to mirror my phone to the television, and literally it's a vibe.
That's what
me and the
doing.
Wife she'll be on there doing some schoolwork, and I'll be just eating some candy and surfing the web.
Yeah, man. Like that's how you gotta do it, man. That's definitely how you gotta do it.
You definitely gotta come up with these ways of staying busy in the quarantine. Although
speaking of which, how did you stay busy for Mother's Day, man? We didn't get to talk about it.
Sheesh. Oh man,
it wasn't no Vice. It wasn't. You wasn't in a Vice. Okay.
Nah, it was cool. Right. We took a ride, dropped off. We dropped off some Mother's Day gifts, and
oh yeah, I forgot y'all did make a move.
Yes, we did. We made a move.
Y'all made the long move. Was it a quick? Quick, boom, boom?
Bro, you gotta pack a lunch and get an oil change going out that area, cause it's so far from me. It's so far from me. So we went over there. It was cool. Dropped it off and left. Saw Nana, chucked the deuce, and then we dropped it off to the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law came to the car. Now this is the closest we've been to anyone. We almost had to quarantine ourselves for 2 weeks because she don't. I don't care nothing about that, and like we do. Okay,
right.
Like,
please stay back.
Please stay back. So we
probably trying to leave the windows up on her.
We did.
Leave the windows up. Just like call her on the phone, like, hey, excuse me.
We cracked it like this much. Like, all right.
No, I wouldn't even did that. I left it all the way up. Just I'd showed her my phone that I'm calling you right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, like the thing is, like that's the thing that gets me. Like with nowadays, like you have certain parts of people who are like extremists. Like I know I'm an extremist from it, and then you got some people that just be like, man, whatever. The Rona ain't nowhere. But you like whatever. That's the whole thing.
It's all the older folks too. It's like
like y'all are the ones that it could potentially affect the most.
Yeah, you know? We pulled up on y'all though. We did pull up on y'all.
Yeah, we did. Oh, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Yo, I saw my guy had his mask on. You're like a thief in the night too. Y'all dipped out. I'm like, who's ringing the doorbell? And them cookies hit. I'm gonna tell you, we ate almost all of them. We ate. The kids ain't get none. Like they saw the pan go to the recycle bin from our bedroom. Like that kids ain't getting none. Like me and Shrew was eating them 2 at a time. Like, yo, I blame y'all. Y'all the reason why we've been walking and going so hard this week too. Because of that, we had a pan of cookies, man. We ate all them joints. Like I'll come to the bedroom with some wine. They hit good with some wine too. Or some almond milk. Like yo, these cookies is good. I don't know what y'all putting in them cookies. It might, cookies were good, man.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I had no parts in it. I had no parts in it.
I know you did. But I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a good time. So we had plotted it all out because we actually ended up going to my parents' house. First of all, listen, I say shout out to my dad. Like he be looking out. That man, listen, when I tell you, man's is the best. He's the best. Like I don't know what he wants for Father's Day, but listen, you got it. You got it. Whatever it is, man, you got it. I'll make it happen because man's held it down. All right. Well, first of all, yeah, man, we plotted to come on over there, man. So we knew we couldn't see y'all. We was hoping that the doorbell would record us so we could at least see us. Okay, cool. And then, we were just going to leave the stuff on the porch and bang out. You saw we had mask, gloves, all of that.
I saw it. I saw your mask. I was like, who the heck? Like, oh, that's my guy. That's man's. Okay.
You seen the hair. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it gets scary. I got the mask all the way up. It gets scary. So, anyway, so after that, when we left, you know what I'm saying? My parents just down the street, man, because I told you my parents have been making us dinner every week. Ever since this thing started, they make us dinner every Sunday without fail. Dope. So, no, mind you. So, you know what I'm saying? I bought my mom an iPad for Mother's Day.
Nice.
So, that's what she asked for. I had not planned that out at at but she asked for it, so we got it.
You'll ask somebody what they want. Like that's
oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. Like, listen, if you tell me nothing, you might end up with nothing. Like, believe that. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouth don't get fed.
I love that.
But so I call him in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Tell my mom happy Mother's Day. And you know what I'm saying? She like, oh yeah, I got my gift. Thank you, blah, 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 blah. She's telling me all about the morning. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They make you breakfast and all that. Cause it's like, I'm not there. So I'm like, hopefully they all take care of you. Like, yeah, it's all good. We good. It's solid. So it's like, okay, so my dad is in the background. He's like, yeah, and you know what I'm saying, we'll still be by there around 4 or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, you know, it's Mother's Day, man. You don't have to worry about it. Like, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We're okay. You know what I'm saying? Just celebrate mom or whatever. And my dad's like, are you telling me that you don't want me to come? I'm like, listen, I'm not telling you I don't want you to come. I'm telling you that you don't have to because it's Mother's Day and I'm trying to let mom have her day. But listen, if you want to come now, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to make dinner for us today, this week or whatever. We totally get it. It's cool. We've already made. You know what I'm saying? We had a plan B if you didn't. So they're like, my mom's like, no, it's fine. We already planned to do this. Like, no, we're gonna stick to it. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm like, you said it, not me. Perfect, listen, I'm not turning it down by any chance. No stretch of the imagination. Am I turning it down? I'm just saying you ain't got to. So then we kind of made that plan. We're like, since we had to go out, see my mother-in-law, and then, you know what I'm saying, stop by, see y'all. We were like, yo, listen, we'll already be right out there. We'll just stop by and, you know what I'm saying, we'll grab it. That way y'all ain't got to leave. Y'all can relax, whatever. They're like, all right, cool. So, man, we stopped by. Like, listen what this man made. This man made us, it was some cream spinach. Some like, I think maybe it was like lobster mashed potatoes, lobster garlic whipped mashed potatoes, crab cakes, and sirloin, whole sirloins with shrimp. I'm like, listen,
that's when you just take a chance at the Rona. You go in there, you just grab his hand and take a knee, like. You
know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen,
I'm getting emotional hearing about it, you know?
Bro, I hit them back like, listen, man, I wish every day was Mother's Day. I could be like this, man. I wish every day was Mother's Day because
yikes,
I wasn't expecting it, but Lord, thank you for blessing me. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
so
I'm hungry hearing that, bro.
Brother. Ooh, man, I think Toya just finished hers. She'd been trying her best to like hang on. She didn't want to let it go because crab cake's her favorite, so she didn't want to let it go. But I'm like, listen, you keep sitting around like, you might come up short now. All right, mine got, and I mean, oh, bro, the crab cakes about this big. I mean, I'm like, man, listen, I can't even order this restaurant no more.
Really?
Matter of fact, that might be what listen, I might have to ask my dad, you know what I'm saying, make it happen for my birthday. I don't want nothing. Just make that happen again.
Like a pan of crab cakes?
Recreate. No, recreate the whole meal. Recreate the whole thing. Just do that for me, and we call it square. You know, I can't go out to eat. You know, probably. Maybe. I heard the restaurant's opening.
Man, restaurant.
You know what? You'd be surprised.
Outside. They said outside you can do.
Inside opens up next week.
Really? Are you going inside though?
No. Yeah. And I hate eating my food outside. I don't know about you.
Me neither. I don't like either.
Like bugs,
I don't like eating outside.
I'm not dealing with this.
And heat and all that. Come on, man. It's America. I want to be inside in the comforts.
Listen, brother, I got a house. I got a whole crib. You know what I'm saying? Bills is paid.
Right.
Air conditioner, what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Although it's getting close, man. It's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen, the AC is already on. The AC already on over here.
I'm glad it ain't just us. We definitely about to kick it on. I'm up here in the loft right now. Like, it's getting kind of hot.
Yeah, it's getting a little warm. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with, like, listen, remember a couple weeks back when it got real hot that night? After that day, I was like, it got cold. Got cold, I turned it back off. I was like, all right, well, it is what it is.
I don't get what people say, like, oh, I want to turn it on because if I turn it on, I can't turn it off. It's a button. It literally
it's like, exactly. You know what you should like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to at least wait a day. So like if you got the heat on, you're supposed to turn the heat off, leave it off for a whole day, and then switch to the air. Yeah. But hey, man, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not about to sit around hot. I know that.
No, absolutely not. I get emotional.
I'm not. Look, listen, you don't want to see me like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see me like that. That's my turn. I look like Jordan on the court when I get hot. Like, I'm not a nice person.
I can't wait for these last 2 episodes.
Me and the thermostat.
Right. Put the grown man in the face and said, "Focus." George, I
love it.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. You got anything else?
Nah, man. I'll do it.
All right, man. But yo, I am Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 213. Drink more water, people. Peace.